Dajaha. Hi guys, it's Shanae and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm reacting to episode 4 of Reset. I haven't even finished editing episode 3 and I'm already I want to continue watching. Because yeah, I have some questions that I really want answered. So two things for me is, one, I'm hoping that they maybe have, well, I'm not hoping that they have a fallout, but I'm suspecting that they're gonna have a fallout because, you know, they've been told by the police that the other one ratted them out, kind of thing. But I'm hoping as well that after that fallout, there'll be a much more united front when they do have to deal with the police again, because they'll know that they can trust each other and that they didn't rat each other out, kind of thing. So yeah, that's one thing I'm hoping for. And the other thing I'm curious about is whether she purposefully fell asleep, because it did seem like she was quite fatigued from them having to draw blood for the drug testing. But I also wouldn't actually put it past her to be like, okay, we're in a really bad situation right now and we need to get out, so I'm gonna try and fall asleep and hope that we wake up back on the bus. Because on the one hand, it's a terrible thing to still be in the loop, but at least then, number one, she will know that she's out of the loop if she wakes back up again and she's still in the interrogation room, and two, if not, they can avoid a very sticky situation. So yeah, before I do get into it, I just want to say a quick and massive thank you to all my amazing patrons and channel members. And if you're interested in joining either of those for early access and uncut reactions, the links for it will be in the description below, along with my social media and my PO box. And if you want to subscribe, that's always greatly appreciated. But now, without further ado, let's get into today's video. Yeah, you don't sound nervous at all.
第一次出外勤，多注意观察，看看别人怎么做的啊。哎，把你的油条给我一根啊！啊，走啊！
Well done, dude. Okay, he's clearly still way too new on the field, so I feel like I should kind of apologize a little bit for my harshness in the previous episode, because clearly he's still very inexperienced. And yet, maybe he has a good brain in other ways. Come on, he's got to have thought of cutting him off somewhere else. Okay. I wonder if this is a flashback. Because he obviously has an issue with his hand. If he had a lot of nerve end damage, that might explain it. So 13:35. Okay, so that's 10 minutes earlier than their original wake-up time, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Damn, this thing is gonna test my memory. Just poke him awake. Okay, there's that guy with the mask already, so that was when he got on. Because there's only one person who moved past her. That was that guy. I'm wondering if they came back to the specific moment, because that was quite a big leap. That was like a 5-minute leap, whereas before it was very small increments. I'm wondering if they specifically jumped back to this moment because this is the moment where the bomber got on. Because I'm still currently suspecting him, but obviously that could be a red herring, which would make a lot of sense. Are you guys just not gonna talk to each other right now? I mean, she's trying. That guy in the back, though, observing them like that, I'm kind of not. Come on. Can't you guys communicate?
我们真的什么都不做了。
对不起啊。
你没什么对不起的，我也有问题。
我之前对你确实。
Okay, so at least they didn't actually believe what the police officers were saying to them.
让他过去吧，我们都不提了。
The irony.
你没事吧？你刚刚流了好多汗。
就是在那个小黑屋被关太久了，我最后受不了了，就睡了。
我也是睡着了。
Okay, so that wasn't intentional.
拿到警方已经确认这个炸弹确实在车上。
张警官也提醒我一件事儿，他问我明知道车上有炸弹，为什么不告诉司机还有乘客，让大家赶紧下车？我们刚才太着急了，都没有想到这个办法。
Yeah, and again, if that happens, I'm scared that the person who has the bomb is gonna be pulled out of the cycle as well, and then we're stuck with the problem. I'm hoping that that doesn't happen because I really don't know how they'll be able to handle it if he ends up also becoming conscious of the time loop. But the other option is, of course, that as soon as the guy sees that they're being evacuated, he'll just detonate the bomb in any case.
叔叔，快停车！车上有炸弹！
Okay, yeah, that was my fault. But the ring didn't have anything to do with it that time. There wasn't a ring.
是没有。
人就在车上。
And, like, they could maybe count the people who are on the bus currently and redo that thing entirely and see if it still happens, because then they know, you know, who to eliminate. Because if there are other people who got on the bus after that, then that means they can be thrown out as suspects. Okay, so they woke up before that other guy got on, so that if they say it now, before that other guy gets on, and there isn't an explosion, then we know. But they're not going to try it again, are they?
我们不知道他是怎么引爆的，那么大的威力，只有可能在爆。
那个人，他脚下有个红色的带子。
最后一排那人呢？
Okay, so they came to this conclusion very quickly, which is good, because at least that means there's focus on him, which means that he's either the bomber as I first feared, or he's a red herring. So if they can eliminate him really quickly, that'd be good.
我想找一下那个铃声。
But the last time I couldn't hear it.
有关系的话，那个人听到这个声音，他肯定会有反应的。
Smart. Okay, the way he's acting actually seems like he might actually not be a red herring. That's interesting. Okay, play it as soon as you see him. I'm just scared that's gonna set off the bomb in any case. You should have played it.
什么情况？
我要报警！45路公交车上有炸弹，车牌号是+A77651。
明白。
So the good thing is, because they're waking up earlier and earlier, the gap between the bomb detonating and them calling the police is gonna keep on widening, giving the police hopefully more and more time to respond to their call. Let's hope that's the case.
哎，消防员，
别叫我名字，
干嘛呀？
什么？你跟我保持距离啊！啊，自然点。
为什么？
那个，我找一个人少的地儿，你就跟着我就行。啊。
Smart. This must feel very intimidating. Oh my word, there's so many traffic cameras, damn. Why not just give each other your number and then you can sit like 1,000 feet apart and still be discussing the situation?
这没什么人，也没什么监控。这次可以正常到站停车，这是之前都没有发生过的，这让整个事件都发生了很大的转变。我们有了充足的时间可以去了解情况，然后再决定怎么去行动。而且你想没想过，如果正常到站停车就是脱离循环的一种方式呢？有可能这就是最后一次循环呢。
Yeah, which would mean that they would be in a big problem if they then got caught by the police. But obviously I kind of doubt that that's the case because number one, they haven't stopped the bomb and that seems to be the trigger, more or less. And number two, we know that there's like still a lot of episodes left, so obviously the likelihood of that is very small.
如果这是最后一次循环的话，那不就是车上那些人最后一次活命的机会吗
？That's a fair point.
报警是因为我没有经验，耽误了太多的时间。但是这次不一样啊！
如果我们自己都说不清楚怎么协助警方调查呢？
I feel so bad for them because both of them are just doing number one what they think is right and number two they're doing the best with what they have. They're still just normal people trying to figure out an impossible situation.
我只是想要救人而已。我之前在医院的时候目睹了抢救，太惨烈了。
但救人不能光凭心意啊，我们得思考。
It's difficult because I see both sides of it.
善良不是廉价的美德，它要跟能力相匹配的，要不然就是添乱。我不是针对你啊，那边可以看见大桥，说不定警方来得及。
I mean, it makes sense that they would go through all of this. I feel like we can't just expect them to immediately know exactly what to do and to immediately not feel emotional about the situation. 对不起啊，刚才我说话太重。At least he knows when to admit that he's kind of like crossed a line. 就是循环不是每一次都会提前吗？咱们就等他提前到警方来得及去阻止爆炸的时候再去报警，这样既可以有效的配合警方，也可以避免一次次死亡。Like, I appreciate that it means he's given it some thought, and I think they should like keep as much open communication as possible because if they know what the other is thinking, then they'll be able to cooperate with each other more effectively.
如果循环真的会一直提前，我一定还会在大学城站上车。可是你呢？到时候你还会上车吗？
That's a fair question. It's a complicated one.
你放心吧，不用你去公安局。我相信警察，他们来得及阻止爆炸。
Feels like they're just waiting for the explosion.
江警官已经带着部分交警到达拦截地点。
There's the bus! Oh goodness, they're gonna die, aren't they? Like, the bomber's gonna get nervous.
堵桥上了，那得堵多长时间呀？我还有事儿呢，起码得1个小时。哎呦，那。
Yeah, he's like the only other one I'm currently suspecting. Reason being, the moment that she played the song, he looked down. He didn't look up. So that's why.
人下去，东西留下。别动！别动！小江，听到请回答。江峰，听到请回答。
I actually feel very bad for them. And the problem is they don't know how it changed this time around.
你走吧，我会去跟警察解释清楚的。我不会提到你，一开始就是我一个人，无论出了什么结果，我都应该自己承受。
I feel so bad for her, but if they can split up, he can experience the day like normal, gather as much information as possible, and she can try and extract as much information from the police as possible, and then they'll have double the information that they would have had if they had just stayed together.
不是最后一次更好啊！以后你每次都可以正常到站下车，然后去过自己正常的生活。
哪儿还有什么正常生活呀？啊，我每天一睁眼就是一副要赴死的模样，然后不管不顾去开会。
Sorry, I don't know why I found that funny.
等等，白电话，喂，有什么事？
我不会有事的。
电话。
13959288109。
Again, it must feel so lonely. And she must be so terrified right now.
事情应对，你就是李世勤。
When you can do this, collect as much info as possible.
喂，怎么样？一点抢救机会都没有了吗？好，我知道了。
I'm assuming the officer that Officer Zheng tried to call is dead. Sorry, it would just be so ironic if he was the one to join the loop. Like, he was the one who was so adamant that they were making things up and, you know, can you be serious? If he was the one to join the loop, would that not just be so ironic? Because he died where he shouldn't have. Oh, I'm assuming it's the boss.
哎，你到哪儿了？抓紧想办法过来。迟到的事情我可以跟他们解释，但是游戏是你架构的，无论如何你都得到场，你快点儿。
Funny how when you're so far removed from the situation, you don't even think about the lives that were lost to cause this inconvenience to you.
跟他一起下车这男的是谁？我们还在调取监控，查找交流对象。
Yeah, he's still gonna get involved.
你躲，你厉害你就一直躲着。
Okay, he's gonna try and find out as much as he can about the situation. But I'm glad they found out about it because I feel like it might be important for them to know in future cycles.
你之前认识他吗？
不认识，没印象。他说什么？
Suppose not. Interesting.
在车上不停地循环。
这听起来很荒诞，但他坚持这么说，而且他还不是自己一个人。
Wait, did she tell them she's not alone in it, or does this police officer suspect that she's not alone in it, or know something?
说在之前的循环里面看到您跟小江了，怎么这次没有看到？所以我才会问你是不是之前认识他。而且还有一点很奇怪的是，我们的专案组才成立，他怎么知道你跟小江呢？
Interesting.
张警官，
Interesting aspects, and wondering what that's about.
那里边你说了2次，为什么没有看到老张和小江警官？是吗？你怎么知道他们俩会出现在这次行动当中？
Interesting to refer to
因为
himself
之
and
前每次出警你们都会在啊，我就以为是你们出。
我们是损失了1名警官。
小江警官吗？
为什么这么说？
是我报了警，交警官才牺牲的。
这个男孩你认识吗？
Is she gonna lie? It's kind of problematic because she's been honest up until now. If she starts lying now, I'm scared that they're gonna give less credence to the rest of her story. I mean, not that they're giving much of any credence to it, but even less if they know that something else that she told them was a lie.
Damn
it. Why would he call her?
喂，
哎，没事情。你还在吗？
我们已经分手了，你别再打电话过来了。
睡吧，睡一觉就好了。
This is stressful, and of course it's the end of the episode. Why? Okay, this was fantastic. I really enjoyed this episode. There's some missed opportunities in my opinion in terms of what they as the characters could have done in order to try and find out more information, but I feel like the fact that they didn't think to do those things can be explained away by the fact that they're very emotional right now and they haven't completely adapted to the situation yet. So it makes sense to me why they didn't think to, you know, play that ringtone when the guy with the mask got on the bus, for example, and why Li Shiqing maybe didn't think to ask Chief Zhang if she can have something that she could say to him that might make him believe her in the next cycle, because he is kind of clearly humoring her in certain stages throughout the interrogation. So I feel like if she asked him that, he would probably give her an earnest answer because he doesn't actually believe that, you know, there's anything to prove. I don't know, just speculation at this point. Still fantastic episode. I like that we really got a build-up of their separate mental states, kind of getting to see how both of them are responding to the shock and trauma of what they're going through, and the fact that they're kind of on the edge of getting closer to each other again. So yeah, and I'm also very curious to see if Detective Jiang is gonna come into the loop. Maybe I'm being too hopeful with it, but I do feel like that would be a plausible reason for him to be drawn into the loop, because he died on a day that he wasn't supposed to die, you could say. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction, and otherwise I'll see you guys again next time. ZHENG!